We're gonna, mainly what this is, I mean, I love VBS and I love creating things for VBS, and I come up with the ideas and then I make Kay and her husband do all the work. So we'll go through some of these pictures and then we'll turn the lights back on and we can look at some of the things that we still have. You can see if you want to. So one of our, and these aren't in any order, but this one was quite a few years ago. And Libby German, if you know her, she was our minister at Sunset, children's minister, and she would come up with the themes every year. And really, she just did her own theme. We didn't really do one of the, we have now done some of the boxed ones, but this one was creation. And some of the pictures are, this was a way back, so it's probably took it with a digital camera and not my phone. So this was the, 7 days of creation. So you can see, I'm not even sure what, it looks like they're painting or something over there with the crafts. But we like to get, each group comes with their own teenager, usually, and adults, but we make sure those teenagers are helping and involved in the lesson also. If you want to go to again, it's not the best, but we had the, God made sun, moon, stars. We had a little nook in our room, and that's where we would do the sun, moon, and stars. And then I wish I had a pointer, but this was our water, and we tried to put fish in there, real fish, but they kept dying because we didn't have any ventilation. So we did
like to give things a try.
Yeah, so the fish didn't work out, but it was fun to try. And then we just, all the flowers and the sky and the grass. Okay. And then this was our big thing, was our tree of life. So I was like, when we were doing creation, I was like, I want a big tree. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I want a big tree. So in a little bit, it'll show you how we did it. But it was big, and it was, but I want the kids to come in and feel immersed in that activity. And I am blessed to have a brother-in-law who helps out a lot, and a sister and my other parents who deal with it. So, it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of work, but it's something those kids remember coming into. So there's just some more pictures of it. And it is kind of sad because it was only for 3 days, but we have pictures of it. Yes. So there's kind of how it started. It was paper mache, Yeah. We paper mache the whole thing. It was a wooden, Johnny built a wooden outline of it. And then we see all the papers lying on the floor. Then we painted it. Yeah, that's insane. So anyway, that was our creation. Then we had Moses. We like to get the kids, and I'll talk a little bit later about some of the stories we do. Again, we like to get the kids involved in those stories, and they're acting it out. So of course this was them, rescuing Moses from the river and handing him over to Pharaoh's daughter. We also like to do, so we went around our neighborhood because I wanted a burning bush that looked like it was actually burning. So we went around the neighborhood and looked for a tumbleweed, and we did this. 3. Yeah, and that's right. Yeah, it's 2 or 3. We did this again. I think it was not this past year, but the year before. Yeah. And Johnny we didn't save this one. we threw it away. But Kay and them had a dead tree that they've had forever in their backyard. So I'm like, Johnny, you need to cut that tree down so we can have a burning bush. So he did. But we sprayed this one with fluorescent spray paint. And then underneath there are tons, you can see them, the tons of the black lights. And it's just a really cool effect for when we have the teenagers that come in. We have them act out the stories. I write a little script. they put on their robe or whatever, and they act out the stories. This one they had to be careful though, because I don't know if it was a different one. They didn't actually step into that one, but that was a lot of fun. The kids really liked that. And we teach about, it's a pre-K, 3s and 4s. We do 3s at sunset, yeah. So. This was, I usually like to give them something to take home. So the one on the little baby, that was a sock baby I found probably online, and I made all of those. And then we have the 10 Commandments. Now we do still have the 10 Commandments. And we use those in our 2-year-old class when we do that. And you can tell, like up here, we started with some type of material, and we're like, oh, that didn't work. So we just, I think that's like just styrofoam board or something like that. So the mountains but they, even the 2-year-olds, so we try to reuse some of the stuff that we can. And I did look up whatever language I thought they were written in and tried to put them in that language. So, all right, then this is one of my favorite ones. This one was probably before the tree. So this was Egypt and the stories of Joseph. And, I wanted a pyramid and the Nile River and then, the desert. So that's what we did. So let me see. Okay, go ahead to the next one. So this is pre-water. So Johnny built like a wooden base, and then we got a slip and slide, I think, and put it in. And I don't know how many pounds, how do you measure sand? I don't know. We had a church administrator at that time that just turned away and walked away.
He's like, I don't come down to your room during VBS.
Yeah, but I wanted it to be authentic as it could be. I know they don't have a slip and slide, but I wanted that for the kids. This is one of the crafts we did, one of the Egyptian necklaces. That's one of the crafts we did there.
What are the palm trees?
I think they were just,
I think it was it
the
PVC pipe or?
No, it was
no, it was like wooden, like what fabric would come on?
Yeah, we went to Joann's and got
yeah.
And then we just painted it, and I think the church had the palm leaves, and so we just put those. Now the camel didn't quite turn out like I wanted it, but some things just don't work out. I didn't put something in here that really didn't work out.
That's a great camel.
Okay. It is what it is. And the 3 and 4-year-olds, they don't care. So this is just some of the kids interacting with it. Of course, I wanted them to, I guess, dig out, jewels from the Nile. So they shot this one right here. This will tell you how old it is. He's a sophomore in high school. And we share this picture every year when it comes up on Facebook with his mother. But he didn't really want to get wet or something, so Kay had to help him. Some of them just dived right in. But that was probably the last night that we did it, just something special, something fun for them to remember. And we left it cleaner than it was.
Yes, we did. We vacuumed it all up.
Yes. All right, so then we did Daniel, the stories of Daniel. The lion over here, which we'll turn on in a minute, but he was created for David's stories, but obviously he works for that. Our cousin, who does just kind of a handyman. And so I was like, can you make me some big animals? And he did. I mean, he did great. He painted them and everything. So we used him. And then inside, like we have tulle. I think that's tulle that's going down. And then there's tulle on the floor. And then there's tea lights all in that. So we would turn off the lights when we did that story, and it would be, we would have the kids, whoever was doing the little skit, where it was inside there. So, but there was little tea lights everywhere to just, you know, make it more scary. And then we had, you know, the Daniel, I guess, were in the chains, so we take pictures of the kids. That was one of our crafts there that they made, the chains there. There's just another, you can see the tea lights here, and then was that Daniel's, I don't know what that was. It was just part of the town or something. But that's a little bit a picture of that. So the lion we've used twice, which is, and now 3 times to show you what it actually looks like. Luckily, my parents have a big like bonus room in their house, and that's where all this stuff is.
The pyramid might stay at our house.
Yeah. This is some of these over here. So this is the, you know, when they were Shadrach, Meshach, and in the fiery furnace. So I have, these are just, you know, boxes that are cut up, and then I spray painted them the neon colors, and then used again. The church has a lot of black lights.
Yes.
So we used probably most of them. Yeah. And so that was when the kids who were doing the skit, they had to be careful in there not to step on it. But the kids, they like that too. Again, that was we have a little nook, and that's where we made that, the same place we did our burning bush. And then his home where he was praying up in the corner. And then this purple, I think I got a picture of it. Yeah, kind of. So we usually take their picture in one part of the what we've decorated, and then we'll print them out, you know, send them to Walgreens. And because they do their own rotation, the 3s and 4s, and then like kinder through 5th, they do another rotation where they get their picture taken in something that they've created. So we want ours to be able to take home something also. So we always take a picture in one of the areas and then send it home with them. So this one was, like I said, these are not in order. This one was this year. So if you can see, go back, the other way, go back, hey, go up one. So you see here, this is the same room, but see that gray, ugly carpet? So a few years ago, they redid our children's wing at Sunset. And so it's very painted nice. I mean, we would staple stuff to the wall. We would, you know, throw dirt at the wall. So we can't do that anymore. And we can't bring in pounds and pounds of sand.
Yeah, we don't do that anymore.
I mean, we did help kind of design it also, and we're older now, and we're just, but we still want to make it, you know, fun for them. So this one was that monumental, there was the box VBS. And so we got some stuff from another church, and they had all these like shower curtain things. So that's what we used to decorate.
So really like to cover, if we can cover the entire walls and really make it look completely different, that's what we like.
Yeah, because a lot of them come in there Sunday morning and Wednesday night. So we want it to be a different place, different feel for them. So yeah, we did cover all the walls. Let me find where I'm here. Over here, so this is my nephew, Kay's youngest son in the blue. And then the girl to the, I guess, left of him, right? Left, right.
If you're looking at it, just like.
Not the one with the hat, the other one. She's a friend of ours, and she loves to act, and she loves to help with kids. And so she came with us to VBS, and I had her and Grant be the main characters. Grant loves to act too. And they were the main characters in the skits. And then the other teenagers that came in, they were also a part of the skit. And we just have them, we usually have carpets on the floor, some type of rug that the kids sit on. And then we go through the lesson. It's very short, and I'll show you some in a minute, but then I kind of go over, do some questions with them, make sure they know a little bit of what was going on. And then this right here, there's Johnny. You'll get to see Johnny who did the tree and cut down the other tree. This one over here was where we took the pictures of the kids this year and sent it home with them. And then that's our nook, and we don't do near as much. I mean, we do. That was our prison. What was our story? I can't even remember. I don't know the stories.
I don't
We
know.
just
I
decorate.
think Joseph was in jail.
Oh, yes. Yes, when Joseph was in jail. So that was our prison with just crepe paper stuff. So,
A little more simplified now.
okay, and I think I have, okay, we'll talk about it later. So this one was King David. So this is what we had the animals made for, because he, you know, the story of him with the sheep and the, you know, defeating the lion and the bear. So that's why we wanted those made for that. And then I just wanted a big crown just to hang up. It hung in the middle of and it's over here. And I think I just looked up, you know, some type of crown online, and I just painted it and we hung it up. There was a lady in Vintage that was getting rid of it. She's like, anybody want a refrigerator box? And I'm like, I do. So we got that, and I painted that, and I, you know, King David, I don't know, I just wanted a big crown. So we did a big crown. So this is the same picture. Some of them may be the same, but there's Johnny again. So Johnny was the king, and then he interacted. He did parts of the stories as well. He's a pretty good sport with these things. So there he is as the lion, and I think he stood on a chair or something.
Yeah, I think maybe.
And we took a picture with each of, I think I have a picture later on, but we took a picture with all the kids with him. And then we took a picture in the throne room also. So that kid, go back one. Whoops. He's now in the 7th grade. So you can kind of get an idea of how the ages of these kids. So this one was the stories of Jesus. I don't know if it was, this one may have been like Jesus in our neighborhood or something. Because I think I tried to paint a portrait of Jesus and it didn't work out. It was bad. So again, getting those teenagers that help involved, we like to do that. Everybody that wanted to, you know, this was lowering their friend to Jesus. They got to ride in the whatever that is. Even some of the teenagers rode in it. You know, they're just big kids too.
Yeah, they want to play too.
Half the time they want to do the crafts. This was Lazarus. And so this was the year after the big tree. So we didn't do a whole lot, but this is, part of that is some more paper mache. The white is for the tomb. And then we had the kids wrapped up in the clothes, and then, you know, they rose from the dead. So, this is the first year really, we did Paul in the Roman church. This was the first year really that we did something big, like themed like this, that I was involved with. Yeah. So, this was the underground church here with all the candles and that little Paul doll, I think he spoke. And then it's over here, the entrance to the city. I painted that. I just, you know, something, again, to be immersed in it. So then you see Kay there a few years ago. And we like to be down with them, you know, too, helping them. I said the other night, we spend a lot of time on the floor in the Bible classes, so.
And we usually, I mean, you can see too, now every year we have blankets or something. So they kind of have their defined space too, especially when they break out to do the crafts. It's easier to divide them up. You know, this teenager, you go to this blanket and you take this many kids, and it just helps them crowd control and kind of know where they need to be.
Yeah, and then that year I wanted them to all have flip-flops because they were in Rome, and so we all, we went to Hobby Lobby, I think, and got some flip-flops for the kids. So that's just some more pictures of Rome. And then this is just a funny story because I wanted to do Paul bobblehead dolls. I mean, if that doesn't look like Paul, I don't know. So for all the kids, so it's a toilet paper roll, but I used hot glue. And so I got a blob of hot glue on my leg at midnight and surprised I didn't wake the neighbors up. But then we had a little bag we put them in that said the Roman marketplace or something. I don't know. It was just fun to do. That may be all. So let me get over here a second. So some of the stories, like I said, a lot of times I just act them out. This was one this year. So this was Joseph's brothers coming to Egypt. And I just, this one was a little bit longer than most of them. And the silver cup being in there. And it's not perfect at all, especially the first group that comes in and we're still figuring it out, but it gets the teenagers involved also. Then one year, and I don't have any pictures of this VBS for some reason, but it was Bible boot camp. So I had at school, they had done Google Slides presentation and how to do them interactive. And they don't have, I don't think they have sound, but so here is, let me play it. Well, that's at the end though. So we had a little tent in there and we showed this on the TV under the tent. And it just, that stuff. So that, yeah. So that was the armor of God. And then I would play it a couple of times and just talk about it with the kids. This is fleeing, it was talking about fleeing from the devil. This one's fun. Let's see if I can find there it is. Well, just if we can get to it. Oh my. Okay. I don't want to work with me. Okay, let me one more time. There we go. So he's fleeing from the devil. And then we would talk about the Bible verse and stuff that was in with that. And then the last one was, oh, that's what that one. Oh yeah, David and Goliath. That was one of the stories. This one's kind of cute. David changes, looks in the middle of it. But. There he is. And I don't know, well, I'll say that in a minute. So here comes David. There he changes. And I think maybe we were talking last night, he was supposed to be on facing down, but anyway, that was just one year that I did with that, did little Google Slides for the story. So, and we have about 25 minutes with them. Okay.
Yeah, 20-25 minutes.
Yeah. So let me get this one other picture here. So here's a picture of Johnny with the taking it, and some of them didn't want to take their picture with the giant, so that was fine. We didn't make them. And then well, I don't know why I did that one, but there's like that's the throne, where the king was, and the idol that they were supposed to worship. And then, there's one other, maybe that was it. So anyway, then we do the Bible story, we do the craft in our time with them. We combine that.
Sometimes if we run out of time, we've had years that we do, like we'll play a little game or something that kind of goes along with the theme. Last year was, not this past year, but the year before was like a beach theme or something, ocean theme. And so we had some beach balls and would play some games and different things. So if we have extra time, we will fit some games in like that.
Because their attention span isn't very, very long, so it doesn't take them long to do some of it, so. Now, okay, you want to show them that craft? That was the Daniel craft that we did. And then I think that thing we used it.
Here was a lion craft. And then we used these to make like a shield for them. We put, I don't remember what we put on the back, but we put some kind of hook, and then they got to decorate it. So I'm sure it was like a dollar store, pizza pan purchase. And so those were their shields. We did use those one year.
Yes. So, I mean, I just wanted to share with you some of the pictures of our past, you can just like to make it, immersive for the kids, and they enjoy it and they like coming down. But I mean, like I said, we don't do, we still do a lot. It's just, it's had to change a little bit.
Do it a little different.
Yes. But the ones that when those come up on Facebook or whatever, it's just fun to look at them. And we've used some of the things for Bible class also. So we try to reuse some things. So if you're welcome to come up and look at the stuff, and that's all I have though. If you have any questions or concerns.
So how did you get the water in and out?
Oh, that's a good question.
I think we used well, I don't know how we got it. I don't remember how we got it in.
We probably had buckets.
I know we had a friend
That
that
had
had a shop back that I
That's
think
how we got it out.
sucked it all out for us.
Yes.
Gotcha.
It was very nice.
I don't think he knew he was gonna do that, but we had to get it out somehow.
Yes. Yeah, I really don't remember how we got the water in.
I'm sure we just maybe got a 5-gallon bucket,
Yeah.
filled it up and poured it in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that one was a lot of fun. The kids liked it. It didn't make, we put butcher paper on the wall, brown, and then we would put glue on it and then throw
Oh,
dirt on that to try to make it look. But that didn't last long either. We're like, that doesn't really work. So it's a lot of trial and error with some things too. So
No, it's just some fun. I mean, we use, instead of stapling everything in, you use paper clips to stick it into the ceiling tiles and, whatever. But yeah, it's still doable, and you can still make it a different feel.
and this is the classroom we teach in on Wednesday night, and we got to pick out the paint and stuff, so we don't want to
keep it as nice as we can. So we're willing to.
The year before, and I don't have this, was a beach theme, so we did that whole wall that you're looking at right there with
We used the crepe
paper strips.
Yeah, and we twisted them
Blue and green.
all down the wall, so it looked like the waves. Uh-huh.
So there's still a lot you can do without bringing in 100 pounds of sand, but those are fun too. So,
But it's fun. We do enjoy VBS too. It's fun to do something kind of different.
yes. So that's it. Thank y'all.